So we're here with the energy for today, and we start with Nemesis as judgment. I think this is a really interesting picture that they decided to draw. There we go, of Nemesis here. She looks kind of fierce, doesn't she? And that aligns more with what we think of with today. With the word Nemesis, we think sort of, maybe an enemy, right? But Nemesis doesn't mean that. The original meaning of Nemesis and of this goddess was sacred order. It was about sort of consequences that restore truth and restore balance. And so we have Nemesis as the judgment card, as our energy for today. And when we see that as a connection to judgment, we see this idea of an awakening, a reckoning, like a call to my higher self to restore balance, to be accountable to myself, to my highest self, to what's best for me, to what I really want in my life the most, not as a punishment. When we see judgment in the deck, we're getting far along. We're toward the end of the major arcana of a cycle of our spiritual journey. And we're seeing here sort of it's a little bit the effect of karma, but it's also this weighing and measuring, right? How are my actions in every day? How are they aligning with my highest vision for myself, my highest vision for my life? If we look at this idea of this goddess, Nemesis, of righteous balance, this is about restoring order when anything maybe is disturbing our sort of sacred harmony, or just managing excess, coming back into what aligns again with my highest calling. Am I connecting with that every morning? Am I connecting with my soul's purpose before I start my day, before I get into my actions, so that I can assure everything that I do is aligning with my highest calling? It's really, really easy to forget this in the day to day, isn't it? Like, we're busy, we're tired, we're underslept. Maybe we're not always remembering to focus in, but all it takes is 30 seconds. That's all it takes. I do it every morning. 30 seconds just to say, hey, what's my soul's calling? Have I defined this? Have I gotten clear about it? What am I here for? What matters most, so that I am bringing that energy into every single thing that I do? Can I wake up out of the sleep that we say we're in, right? Many cultures, when we look at sort of our day-to-day life, have said either that we are sleeping when we believe we're awake, right? The Hindus call this the grand Maya, the great illusion. It's in, I believe, Lakota culture that they say the dream state is when we're truly awake, and the awake state is when we're slumbering. So here is this call to wake up, the call to wake up today. What are you doing? How are your actions aligning? Oh my gosh. Okay. So listen, get yourself right. What's so interesting about this, there's a really big call in today, okay? Because this card, Justice, jumped out of the deck while I was pre-shuffling the decks. And Judgment, the reason it started on the table is that Judgment literally flew across the room. So these are really similar cards, slightly different, but very similar energies. They all came out upside down, so I'm turning them upright, okay? But we have here as our clarifiers on this energy, the Page of Pentacles, which we actually had yesterday. So that energy is kind of carrying through, the Justice card, and the Hermit. So I want to look at this as this is really a call in, okay? Not a call out, it's a call in. Are your actions and your energies aligning with your highest calling? Page of Pentacles, again, is this movement into the ownership of how you are showing up in the material physical world. When we look at Justice, we're seeing here the scale, right? It's measuring, it's actually looking at your actions. And I want to say, like, on a day-to-day, right? On the smallest level, is what I'm eating aligning with my health goals? Is the way I'm treating my body aligning with how I want to feel? Is the way I'm showing up in work, in my relationships? Like, how are my day to day actions aligning? Are they aligning with the highest calling of my spirit, with the reason that I chose to be alive and incarnated in this lifetime? And we have the Hermit card here as well. So the Hermit, you can see, I need to pull up this so I can see what you see. There we go. This is a beautiful interpretation of the Hermit. In the Hermit, you always see a mystic of some kind. And here's this lantern, which is where the star is. The star card is in the lantern. The Hermit goes alone in order to reconnect with that spark of innocence and light and the divine that is the core of each of us. So we're seeing here this just call and an opportunity today to say, are you just checking in, just quick, okay, with what matters most to you, no matter what's going on in your life, with this idea of what is my highest calling? Am I in balance with that? Are my actions aligning with the reason that I chose to be a great big spirit in a teeny tiny little human body? Are my daily actions, the little things I do, are they lining up? What's the balance of that? Am I putting focus on these things? Am I prioritizing that? And there may be an opportunity here to get a little bit more clarity, to come in and say, maybe I need to remember the spark of my own divine. Maybe I need to remember the light inside me. Maybe I just need to give myself 10 minutes a day to meditate, okay? Like, it doesn't have to be huge every day. It might just mean I need to take a little bit of space and time today to reconnect in. So let's see what we have here from our Minology deck for a last message. And here we are, friends, attuned to the divine. Okay. So this is just a gentle calling in. Despite how stern this picture of Nemesis is, that isn't how I envision her at all. I think this is a really lovely reading, which is just an invitation today to take a little space this morning over your coffee, some other time, to connect in with yourself, to attune with your higher purpose beyond, the daily grind. What are you here for? Why did your spirit choose to be alive, to be you, to experience life in the unique and beautiful way that you're the only one who does that? Why are you doing that? Attune into that and feel your connection to that just for a moment before you move into your day. And it will change everything about your experience. I hope this is helpful. I love you guys. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.